I get so caught up in the middle.
Hey, what's up guys? Today's video is a little different than my typical homemaking videos, but I feel it's super important to share with you guys. I live in Washington State, about an hour and a half from Seattle, and the coronavirus is definitely affecting us here. The governor has closed down all Washington schools and things are starting to change a lot. The stores are completely out of paper products. I'm not really sure where I stand on the issue of how worried I should be. I definitely feel it's important to be prepared. How prepared is a good question. I know people are definitely feeling nervous and not sure what's going on, but I do have tips that I really want to share with you guys that I thought of as I was going through the grocery stores. And we are a family of 5, so it is important to me to make sure that we do have a certain amount of food in the house and all that good stuff. One thing that's important too while preparing for ourselves and our family is that we leave some supplies for our neighbors and their families to be able to be as prepared as we are as well. If your store is out of essential supplies currently, hopefully things don't progress, but if they do, if in other parts of the country that haven't been currently hit quite as hard as Washington State with coronavirus precautions, it'll give you some ideas that could hopefully help your family. I'm a mom and I make videos about motherhood, homemaking, and cleaning motivation, so if that's something you're interested, definitely subscribe to my channel. I know you're really going to enjoy all the videos I have coming up. Let's get to the tips. Protein powders. Protein powders are a great source of nutrition. They're jam-packed with protein. I definitely, if I was to choose between different types of protein powders, would choose one that is either a meal replacement or has added vitamins, nutrients, green mixes, whatever extra nutrients you can have. These things last a really long time. They're great for working out. My kids love them. They think they're like a chocolate milkshake. You can use just water or you can use any kind of milk you like, whether that be either dairy based or I used almond milk. This one will be good until January 2022, and this one March of 2021. These I feel like are a great thing to have around the house, and if you're concerned about your family's having adequate nutrition with essential grocery supplies off the shelves, I feel like protein powder is maybe an overlooked item that can really help boost your family's nutrition, and it's easy to store. It doesn't take up any fridge or freezer space and is just a really good item to have on hand. Another item I feel like is being overlooked. I know a lot of people are stocking up on rice, beans, pasta. Our shelves are just completely wiped out. Everything was just gone. It was really scary. It was my grocery shopping day and I did not realize. Everybody started to panic a little bit. Nuts and seeds. I feel like these items can be very kid friendly. You can put them on top of salad. You can cook them and mix them with vegetables. If you do have access to rice products, this is also great on rice or even just by themselves as a trail mix. They store for a very long time, do not require refrigeration or freezer space, and as far as I can tell, they haven't been one of the top items that people have wiped off the shelves. Nuts and seeds are full of all sorts of great nutrition. They're calorie dense, they're packed with nutrition and healthy fats. You can grind them up in a blender or maybe a coffee grinder to make them easier for a small child to take, as long as they don't have a nut allergy, of course. Nuts, seeds, and their butters are also another great item to have. This is actually a toilet paper replacement, believe it or not. After giving birth, you usually mix in a little iodine and water together and spray yourself clean instead of using toilet paper. It's basically a handheld bidet, but it actually gets you a lot cleaner and is more sanitary than toilet paper, really. So this is a good option that I feel like is probably overlooked, and if you cannot get toilet paper and you're out, this is a wonderful way to stay clean without paying an astronomical price. This one is by Baby Frida. She makes the nose Frida, the snot sucker that gets gunk out of baby's nose really good. You would fill this with water and have it sitting next to the toilet around where you put your toilet paper, so that after you use the restroom you wouldn't have to get up and fill it with water, and you just kind of spray yourself off, and then you can pat dry with paper towel, which I notice are more readily available on shelves, even though they are for the most part wiped out as well where I am. You can also cut up small squares of flannel fabric, old t-shirts, maybe little bits of towel in like a 2x2 inch square. Or if you need to wipe, you would just spray yourself off as clean as possible, wipe with one of those. It's basically reusable toilet paper, but if you use the water to get most of the gross stuff off, then it is definitely sanitary. What I would suggest doing with your reusable toilet paper, if you have to come to that, is get an old baby wipes container, some kind of a bucket with a lid, put some kind of a disinfecting solution in there to put all your used toilet paper in. You can use a vinegar solution, a bleach solution, whatever you have on hand, and then just take that whole baby wipes container, bucket, whatever it may be. I know some of my friends who use cloth diapers have a diaper genie and they put their cloth diaper stuff in there so there's no kind of smell. I would just regularly obviously take it and throw it into the wash. My washer has a sanitary setting and my dryer has a sanitary setting, but if you wash on a high heat, that will kill all the yuckies. I feel like this is a really good solution if it comes to it to keep you or your family clean and happy. Another thing I want to share with you guys is the stores are completely out of water. My family distills water on a regular basis. We have a machine that we take tap water and distill the water to purify it. I read a lot about water purification. After what I had read, it seemed to be the way to get the most pure water. Some people are worried about mineral loss. I'm not a doctor, of course, but I've read quite a few articles on that subject, and what I came to believe is that as long as you were eating food that has been salted with Himalayan salt or unrefined salt, that it was just fine. And my family has been doing that for 3 to 4 years, and I've definitely had no problem with a loss of nutrients. We do, however, try to eat as a whole food diet as possible with plenty of veggies and fruits in there, so we try to get our nutrients, minerals, all that good stuff from our food. If you're concerned about water and all the stores are sold out, you can just get any kind of jug. I store my purified water in glass jugs. They're really inexpensive on Amazon. If you don't care about your water being purified, you could just fill some bottles up with tap water and probably be good. I'll show you guys my water distiller. So if you're interested in purifying water, if you're concerned about the water supply being contaminated, I'm not 100% sure what the water issue is. I've tried to follow what's going on. This is a great way to get all the bacteria and yucky stuff out of your water. It distills the water and then it runs the water that it distills through a charcoal filter to get some of the particles that can't be filtered out through distilling, which is barely any. I think there's just a couple things that don't come out from distilling because they have the same steam point. I don't remember what it was as H2O. So once it's distilled and turned into steam and drips down, it goes through the charcoal filter to get that last little bit out that's a similar size to the H2O particle.
Life was dull until you came. I was breathless when we first met. Couldn't keep my hands away. I was speechless when we first met. Yeah, you took the pain away. Didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was
Those are my uncommon tips for this coronavirus pandemic that I wanted to share with you guys. If you like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out. If any of your friends or family are in any of the ground zero states and you think this video would be helpful to them, feel free to share it. And if you have any other uncommon tips as well, I'd love to hear your tips in the comments below. And if you like videos about homemaking, cleaning motivation, DIY projects, all that kind of good stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I have a bunch of really exciting videos planned for spring and summer. I am going to be doing a lot of cleaning motivation, decorating, and I love to make seasonal recipes. You're not going to want to miss any of those. My goal with making this video is inspiring others to think outside the box and come up with solutions to problems that may arise. So from my family to yours, stay safe. I hope your week is filled with joy, happiness, and fun. Thanks for watching.
I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight.